My senior project was called Q, and it focused on mobile architecture in React Native TypeScript. My personal goals while I was working and developing this project were to create a mobile project with React Native TypeScript, create an app that included real-time updates, and figure out what type of architecture pattern would be most efficient and flexible for real-time data. This is what I originally had in mind when I created this application. The client relays information to the backend, and the backend continues the pipeline to each client. Each request to the backend would also process the data as is common after response from requests is received in HTTP. And each of the real-time requests starts with an HTTP request to the backend, which then publishes data on an MQTT topic. So processing that data with the response, while although natural to some programmers, might not be the best approach. And in this scenario, there are two complexities that arise with this method. Each client will have to filter out requests that they have made, otherwise they will always process their own request twice. Once an initial request and a response from the backend, and then again on real-time event processing given from the broker. And then second, the code to process the request will have to happen in two separate places, after the initial request and on real-time event processing. Although you can fix this with just a function, it is more I find it better to fix it with good architecture, and this can be solved with one-way architecture. The only difference between this picture and the last is that there's no arrow pointing to the client from the Node.js backend. And so all the data is just goes straight around here, and so you never have to process it twice. And this will help you avoid the other two pain points previously mentioned. Now I'll talk about, now I'm just going to show a quick demo. We're going to make a queue over here. You'll also notice each of these users already has a name. This is part of the automatic login process. We're going to share this queue. This is through deep linking. Normally this deep linking would happen a different way, probably through an HTTP link. It would look a little bit cleaner, but for the purposes of this demo, it's pretty simple. So we can see we have joined the queue, 9366586. We're going to join over here as well. Awesome. We can see we're all in it. If I go to manage, I can see there's other people who have joined. Right, so we're going to make everybody wait in the list. We'll wait here. You can see it updates in real time. Wait. And then we'll wait. And so this is all happening through the architecture I just showed you, as well as this help. As soon as I help somebody, it pops up that they're being helped, and then I can delete them. Right, we can delete this person and this person, and that is that's essentially the whole demo. Something else that I would like to talk about is just TypeScript. I would definitely recommend TypeScript over JavaScript. It just adds type definitions, which is really, really a good way to let other people work in your code without those type definitions. You can be like a bull in a china shop. It's really hard to maintain everything. This is how I started my app. You can just change this to whatever name you want to give your app. So we'll go over here and I'll just show you real quick. This is how it works. It's really easy. We'll start downloading everything. While that's downloading, you can kind of see these are some of the benefits of having TypeScript. Right, so this props is a parameter that I have made myself, but I've given it certain types, right? And this is a type from a navigation library. But this is a method that I get from them, right? And so it's really nice to be able to have this typing feature. It really just adds a lot of good functionality. Something pretty interesting I can go over as well while we're waiting for that is this broker. So this is an MQTT broker, and through the backend where we will launch the broker. I have some routes, and this is essentially where we publish to each of the clients. It gets published on the topic is the QID. So anybody who is registered to that QID will automatically be getting those topics. Right? And that's the easiest way to identify it. Then we have a payload specifying an action. Sometimes there's a sub-action, right? For Q, there's add. We can add it, but this is the best way to send updates on that. Anyway, so this is the React Native app. It's completed. We'll go over here to clients just so I can show you what it's like. Here, I'll use test, and this is what it'll look like. You can see it already sets up prettier. It sets up get ignore. It sets up everything for you. It's really nice. Package.json already has a bunch of stuff in it. ESLint, the linter is ready. It's really pretty slick. But that's my presentation. Thanks.